What's up, Canadians, Brazilians, Chummies? My name is Walking Gamer, and today I'm going to be talking about why the total frame of modern FPSs, and some people would say just Call of Duty, but it's not just Call of Duty, why this genre isn't really moving forward a whole lot. Why haven't there been giant changes like in the past for other games? Why aren't there leap forwards in gameplay and mechanics and all that, and story-wise? Why? And I just want to answer that, and this might take me a few minutes, but people might say it's just Call of Duty, but I have reasons why it's Battlefield 2. First of all, I want to say, this is my complete opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You tell me what you think. Why these games aren't going forward a whole shit ton. To get into it, I want to say Call of Duty has been a series that's been going on about, what, 7? No, it's been going on about 12 years. 12, 13 years. It's a very popular series, very mainstream. And that's probably where I want to start off. Mainstream, a lot of people hate mainstream. It's more hipsters, but in a way, mainstream doesn't fix a game. It doesn't make it great. It doesn't make it good. It just gets a lot of people to look at the game and judge it. This also just brings in a whole lot of criticism on the side. I'm going to bring in, say, music. You bring in Eminem. He is one of the biggest rappers in the world. When he was underground, he had a lot of respect, tons of respect. He did underground music, he did all that. Then he comes up, and nowadays he's a little more mainstream. I mean, a little more. He's one of the most mainstream rappers out there. And because of that, he's gotten a ton more criticism from hardcore rappers, hardcore fans of underground rap, for being too mainstream, just being so far out there. And people don't like that. Call of Duty, when it was underground, it was about COD 4, WAW, World at War. It was getting a ton of praise because it was a game that, sure, it sold a ton, but it was so kind of low-key. A lot of people liked the games, but it wasn't a game that was out there for the money. It was making changes. It was making these amazing improvements that, whether or not you liked it, it was an extremely good game. It's probably one of the top 200 games of all time, I would say. That's my opinion. I'd say about 50. But over time, the game became so mainstream, the developers or more Activision, I won't say the developers, but it's Activision, it started just pushing for a game every year. And believe me, it may be great to have a game that comes out every year, because you get a game. But I mean, it doesn't fix the series. It doesn't make the series better. It lessens the time for the developers to actually create content for the game. That's really is what destroyed Call of Duty so far. That's actually what has destroyed it. And you may say Battlefield, the reason they're not so mainstream and stuff is because of just, they don't come out with a game every year. That's not the reason why. The reason is because their graphics, the gameplay, is a lot more like a war atmosphere. It's a lot bigger. It's a lot more powerful. And with Call of Duty, it's kind of a lot smaller scale. You don't need to have a ton of accuracy. It's more focused, again, on the mainstream people. And that's what they do. The reason they haven't updated the engine for the game is probably based on 3 reasons. Mainstream, get tons of money, easy, fast, quick, throw a game out there, get millions of dollars. 2, it's actually, I think they might be thinking about the consumer. They're the lower people that aren't, what's the word? They aren't hardcore gamers. And even the developers of the game have come out and said they know that most of their players that play the game aren't hardcore gamers. So they're not going to create an engine like Battlefield that you need a really, really good computer to run it. Because that's what this engine, your engine doesn't need a computer amazing to run the game. It needs probably a lower to upper mid PC, and that's all you need. And any regular gamer can play that. I mean, yeah, it's more console, it's more focused on console, but still, I think that has an aspect of why they don't update the engine, but it's not the biggest thing in the world. And then I had a third reason. This isn't a bigger reason, this is kind of more the far out reason why they don't want to create a new engine or haven't created one. It's because of the fact they actually think the engine's good enough. They're stupid enough to believe that this engine is so great that there's no reason to upgrade it. I mean, damn, it's been working for 7 years, got us all this damn money. What the hell are we changing it? It's working perfectly fine. Which they actually believe that the consumer thinks the engine's good enough. I mean, for some of the regular guys, yeah, it's perfectly fine. But some of them probably mid to hardcore gamers are like, this looks like the game before we just played 2 years ago. You want to give us a new engine or better graphics or something? I mean, sure, the latest one is better, but everybody can tell it's not a completely new engine. It's just a really moved up the line graphics system or engine that's sharpened, it's all shiny, and has some new little aspects, but it's nothing amazing. When it comes to Battlefield, they move up their engine every 2 years. I think they more sharpened it. They haven't created a new engine. After the Battlefield 3, I think they created a new engine for that game. Then this one, they kind of said it was new, but it's the same thing with Call of Duty. They just kind of upgraded the graphics. It looks great, believe me. It's like, why would they upgrade it anymore? But that's my point. These two games have not changed a ton in the past 7 years. It's just more noticeable in Call of Duty. It's not the game, or not the developer's fault. It's the genre's fault. I mean, you can't really control the genre or anything. It's kind of stupid me saying, oh, damn, this is the damn genre's fault. What the fuck wrong with the genre? But what you're placed into, before it was kind of past warfare. You played off those guns. After a while, that got played off. You go to Black Ops, you go to Vietnam, you get all those kind of played out. What else can you do? You can't do anything. I mean, they only stuck there for a year. And they saw that wasn't going to stick there for long, so they went to the future. And I'll get to that in a minute. But then, for the most part, Infinity Ward's been focused on the Modern Warfare aspect, and so has Battlefield for the past few years. Since Call of Duty has come out with a game pretty much every year, they have run through their engine, they've run through the game, they've run through all the stuff. So it's just kind of, they've made it really hard for them to come out with new content, just for the fact that they come out with a game every year. And it's going to really show in the next few years if they can keep up with that. Because, I mean, lately they haven't, but it's going to be even worse if they can't do it in the next gen. Same thing for Battlefield, but you can't see it as much because they come out with a game every 2 years. They upgraded the graphics this time, and that's about it. There's more things that you can blow up and crap, but really, has that advanced the game a whole ton, the genre a whole ton? No. Sure, you can shoot out lights and shoot a guy, and makes it cooler that you can do that. You can make a giant building fall. You can have all this cool stuff, but has it really done much? I mean, it's pretty much a war simulator. I'm not really sure what you can do. It's not that the people aren't trying to figure out something to add. It's just, what can they add? And I don't know. I truly have no clue what the answer to that question is. Y'all can tell me what y'all think it is. I sure don't know. Because they add new guns, bigger maps, newer maps, better designed maps, perks, animations. But people clearly want more. People clearly notice that these are the same games, just with some refined tuning and new guns and maps. You can't do a whole lot else with that. So that's why I'm pretty sure these modern FPSs are going to fade really fast. I'm not saying the whole Battlefield and Call of Duty are going to go away, but they're surely not going back to the past, because that's been played out. Believe me, World War II has been played out to death. Maybe in the 10 years from now, maybe you can go jump back to there if nobody's taking it up. But right now, it's kind of played to death. And you're not going to go back to Civil War or Revolutionary times, because what the hell? You're going to be loading up your freaking gun for 2 minutes before you can actually shoot it. Nobody wants to play that. That'll be slow as hell, and just, no. The only place you can go is the damn future. You don't want to go too far in the future. Like, Battlefield did it once. It was cool. I never played it, but I guess it was alright. People are saying, Black Ops 2, oh my god, they're copying Battlefield 2023 or something. Some shit like that. They're saying, because Black Ops 2 went in the future for 15 years, they're saying they're copying Halo. It looks like Halo. It looks like all these futuristic. No, damn it. They're going 15 years into the future with a few added things that looks different. But that's where they have to go. People are ripping on Call of Duty Ghosts for staying where they are and not playing off of what Treyarch did and going to the future. Because that's what they're going to have to do. They have to do it. Because they can make stuff up. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what they can make up, but I mean, they're the developers. I'm not the developer. Because, I mean, you can have your own new guns, which, I mean, you can get new guns modern times. But I'm pretty sure they could come up with something. Some new stuff in the future that's not in the modern warfare aspect that they could do. I don't know what the heck it would be, but I'm pretty sure they could come up with that. So the Modern Warfare series are really going to have to fade. They are going to fade, not have to. Because there's no room for any advancement at all. And that's my opinion. So it was a little jump out at times, but that's what I really think. Modern Warfare series are going to die. It may bring down Call of Duty even more. Maybe Call of Duty will die. Yeah, Call of Duty kind of just ran a big course where they could have avoided if they just didn't make a game every year. It's Activision's fault, because they're the one that forces these developers to make the games. Battlefield, they're soon going to be on that bandwagon too, even if they come out with a game every 2 years. Because the game's not advancing a whole shit ton. They're going to have to go to the future. All these games are going to have to go to the future. So, that's my opinion on it. That's my thoughts on that. Tell me what you think, where you think this genre is going, this whole genre is going. If you could, punch that like button in your fist if you enjoyed this commentary. It would mean a ton. It would really help out the video. If you'd like to see more, punch the subscribe button with the fist too. I'm the Walking Gamer. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Peace out. I don't know how much stuff I got. I got 5,125, whatever the hell those things are. Look at that. Look at the bushes. Look at that.